hello again. It's been a while. Yeah, it would be interesting to actually like pull up the date of like the last thing that I posted. Now it's August the 11th. Oops. I do kind of apologize for not posting sooner, but at the same time, like life's kind of been busy. Yeah, there's just been a lot going on. So, sorry it's taken me a while. I am back-ish now. I'm probably going to try and at least post something once or twice a month. I guess I should update you on what's happened in that space and time. Obviously, the week I was filming was part of like school holiday time, and then I went back to uni and started uni again. But in that holiday period, I had actually been contracted into doing some film work. So I'm currently producing, helping production manage and produce two graduate films at Unitech. So that's really fun, and I'm really enjoying working with my directors at the moment, but it just means that like my days are a little bit full on and crazy, and there's like meetings and location hunting and casting, and there's just a whole bunch of stuff happening. So there's that happening. Also, 2 weeks ago now, 2 weeks to the day, I adopted a little bird. So I think I mentioned this in passing before. My partner works at a pet store, and there has been this bird there, and I've seen other birds of this particular breed before, and I've fallen in love with every one. But this little girl, I've been visiting her once or twice a week for like a good 3 months. I don't know, I just had this immediate connection to this birdie, and she would just freak out every time I came to the store. She was so happy, and she just wanted to be like on my shoulders and walking around and talking to me, and she started copying me straight away. So she's just absolutely adorable, and everything kind of, like it's not a decision we took lightly. I've been wanting a bird for a very long time. I've already done research on this particular breed of bird. She's a scaly-breasted lorikeet, meaning she's got like little yellow like edgings to some of her feathers on her front, and actually it goes all the way around to her back as well, but they call it a scale or scaly-breasted. So I've done research on her particular breed before everything just sort of fell into place, and so we took her home, and her name is Kira, so Kirra. She's just adorable. It means her name means leaf in Aborigine, because she's an Australian breed of lorikeet. And she's very cute. And yeah, so that's 2 weeks we've had her and been kind of getting used to her being in the house. The cats have been getting used to her. The rabbits are getting used to her. And us as well. We've just been learning how our routine will work around with hers and what we need to do. She's kind of been getting used to us. So I didn't really want to film it too much. Like, I didn't want to vlog it, like, every day and be like, oh my god, this is what we're doing today. Because it's one of those processes that's kind of personal to, everyone, and everyone's got opinions on how to do things. So, like I did my research and I did it my way, and it's worked. She's really good. She's absolutely sweet. One of the cats is really good with her. The other cat, we're still kind of easing him into, like being in the same room with her when she's out of the cage. But he's still really good in the small moments that he's had in the same room with her. He's been really good, and he got used to her pretty quick. And then obviously on top of those, the two big elements that have been happening, I'm doing my masters. And all of this, the whole channel, excluding some of my kind of gaming content, is focused on this masters. Finished my ethics forms and stuff. Those documents have all been sent off, so I can hopefully do interviews within the next I want to hopefully by the end of September have contacted people and reached out and talked about times that we could meet to do interviews with New Zealand vloggers. So that's something that's happening, and I've just been doing a lot of reading, filling in some of the gaps that I wanted to fill in, and kind of, I don't know, some of my thinkings that I've been having, like some of the connections I've been making, trying to find information and data that's potentially already in that area. So that has been the last wee while, and sorry, that's a lot of information dump, and I'm assuming that I've put some really cute little footage of Kira getting used to family. Yeah, it's just been just a lot of things, a lot of moving parts. And yeah, and today I was like, catch up day for you guys. I'm already cleaned Bunny's and Kita's cage. Well, so, you know, Floki and Kita, both their cages have had deep cleans because I try and do like a little clean through the week. Blah, 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 blah. Can't even speak. So yeah, they've both had deep cleans this morning, and then I've just kind of been having my lunch and chilling, and now I've made a cup of tea and I'm going to do some research reading, and then I might be back with you again soon to talk about some of my thinking I've had around the daily vlog week and some of the way it's going to help me with my research. Sorry, just a really weird stretch because I've been kind of crunched forwards and my back's sore. And also cleaning cages makes your back sore. It's funny, I've forgotten how to vlog again. Guys, something really exciting is happening. Every time I try to film you, you jump. Go, go. Yeah, yeah. Off you go. Oh my goodness. Who is in the box? So this is the big surprise. Me and my partner adopted a little girl, and she's the sweetest. Look at her. Oh, that was the turtles, wasn't it? The turtles? Yeah. So we're just taking everything slowly. The cats are currently not in the house; they're locked out, and they've been introduced slowly. But we're not going to take her out of the cage with them for a while, like in the same room or anything. She's just getting used to things. It was a big process yesterday coming home. But she's just the cutest little girl. And her name is Kira. It's so cool. This is day 4 of owning the bird. And excuse the poo on my jumper. She's doing really well. And like this morning, I didn't realize I had let her out when Gypsy was asleep on the couch. Gypsy doesn't care. Gypsy saw me with her. And just like had her biscuits. And then I tucked her in again. Albert. She's trying to play with the phone. Not helpful. Listen to her purring. She's such a well-behaved little girl. Things are going really well. What do you think? Are they going well? That well. I'm gonna have my coffee now. Hello, Felix. Guys, this is nuts. In the space of like 5 meters, I have a bird. Hi, Kira! I have 2 turtles. Squirtle. Kylo Ren. I have 2 cats. Chippy. Pretty girl. Pretty boy. Oh, thanks. And I have Floki, the rabbit. All within this tiny space. You know, if anyone wants to come to the zoo, it's right here. Right, Kira? Did you move into a zoo? Be doing this, Felix. It's not fair. You get to nap all day. I gotta hit these books over and over again. Why don't you do the research for a change and I nap? Huh? What you think about that, Mr. Beans? Mr. Toe Beans. If it's not obvious from the window behind me, it's now nighttime. And I did do some research for a while, and it was going well, and currently kind of going through Walter Cheong's book, Orality and Literacy. And he has these interesting points that keep coming up around sound and soundscape and sound's ability to be, I don't know. Essentially, it's like we can capture an image, and in that image we can capture movement, and we can capture the idea of movement, and we can, video capture, and then we can pause that frame, and it still exists, that image. We can still see it. It's still existing. Whereas sound is evanescent and will disappear. You can't pause sound. It just goes silent. And there's this one quote. He says, "All sensation takes place in time, but sound has a spectral relationship to time, unlike that of the other fields that register in human sensation. Sound exists only when it is going out of existence, and it is sensed as evanescent. When I pronounce the word permanence, by the time I get to the pence, the perma is gone, and it has to be gone. There is no way to stop sound and have sound. I can stop a moving picture camera and hold one frame fixed on the screen. If I stop the movement of sound, I have nothing, only silence, no sound at all. All sensation takes place in time, but no other sensory field totally resists a holding action, stabilization, in quite this way. Vision can register motion, but it can also register immobility. Indeed, it favors immobility. For to examine something closely by vision, we prefer to have it quiet. We often reduce motion to a series of still shots, the better to see what motion is. There is no equivalent of a still shot for sound. An oscillogram is silent. It lies outside the sound world." And I know that seems like quite a heavy thing we're just delving into there. But I really like the idea of this, and especially when you're considering oral history being the communication of sound to explain one's history, and where they've come from and what their story is. And to apply that to the vlog, it kind of makes me look at the daily vlog week in a new way. Because part of it is capturing the sound of the world around me as it is right now, because I'm not going to hear it this way forever. I'm not going to stay living in this flat forever. My dad isn't always going to be the age he is right now forever. And my sisters, we're all growing, we're all changing, and the sound of our world is changing. And I think it's just cool, those funny moments in the car with my dad where he says his jokes, and our memories, we can remember these things and we can remember the jokes, but having it kind of captured in that way where I can hear it again, just the way it was said, is really cool. And I think, it's why I'm really desperate to get a proper camera going, mostly because I care more about the mic at this point. I'm getting fucked off at my phone for continually having these scratching sounds because, I don't know if you guys actually notice this, but I do, because I care about the soundscape in my world, because it's my world. But I don't know, just the way we consider orality as being, as speaking about our life. And I think it's interesting in a vlog because I kind of speak about my life sometimes. I'll actually pause and say, "Good morning, everyone. So today, starting in a different location. Whoa." I'll say stuff. I'll say stuff directly to you. I'll say stuff directly to me in the future or whatever. And then there's, But other moments where I'm just being me and
We should get a reverse. We should get a reverse angle.
having sister time.
It's just like,
You know, like my favorite 2 daily vlogs are the end 2, where it's me and my sister doing music, and then me and my dad making stuff in his workshop, because there's a lot of sounds in his workshop that are like from my childhood as well. The sound of the lathe and, you know, like wood being sanded, you know, like these are all kind of, it's my oral history through sound alone, not just spoken word. Like those sounds are memories to me, or the sound of my sister playing banjo or guitar, or yeah, I don't know. I think I don't want to like make this video too long, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. I've definitely got a lot more master stuff to write down and think about, and I'm gonna try and continue doing that through these vlogs now, because it's gonna be a good way to help me organize my thoughts a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to probably do a smidge more reading. It's like 6 o'clock now. And then I'm probably gonna hit the hay, because I got a busy day tomorrow. Going on technical recce's, different locations for filming. So that's fun. Yeah. I will try and do, hold on. I will add in a clip at the end. I'm not going to do it right now because Felix is in the bed and he's the cat that we're kind of being slower with in our introduction to her. But I will go get the bird, and you will see the bird. And that is how we will finish this and say goodnight, because, yeah. I'm really glad that I have video of me getting my bird. Like her coming home was, yeah, it's a cool experience. Okay. Yep, let's go do that.